You even admitted, I don't live in that neighborhood anymore. There's no real reason for you to carry a 9mm.
Don't believe that. Why? In 2 years, I've had a gun pulled on me by my limo driver, by police, by everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I better be. You know what I'm saying? I've been attacked. You ain't read the papers about these skinheads trying to blow up black churches. Why? They see me as the enemy just like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? They can come to my house and sit outside my house just like anybody else can. A skinhead. And once my life is gone, it's gone. Can't nobody give it back to me.
What's shaking, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Kane. Please make sure you subscribe and you hit that bell so you always know when I drop a video. Today we're going to take a look at the tragic deaths of not only Tupac, but some of the Outlawz as well. The group was formerly known as Dramacidal, but in 1996 they changed their name to the Outlawz, with Tupac and Yaki Kadafi leading the charge. I always thought it was dope that most of the Outlawz were named after revolutionaries who were enemies of the United States. Just like the Black Panthers, they saw themselves as outlaws, not because they were criminals, but because they challenged the system. Tupac was Machiavelli, a name inspired by Italian political philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli. Yaki Kadafi adopted the name Yaki Kadafi after Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. Qatari Terrence chose the name Castro, drawn from Cuban leader Fidel Castro. Malcolm Greenidge was Idi Amin, named after Ugandan leader Idi Amin Dada. Muta Bill went by the name Napoleon, inspired by French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. Bruce Washington Jr. took on the name Hussein Fatal after Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein. Big Syke was known as Mussolini, named after Italian leader Benito Mussolini. Tupac Shakur used the alias Khomeini, named after Iranian leader Ayatollah Khomeini. Storm, the only female in the group, along with Young Noble, were the only outlaws who weren't named after revolutionaries. On the night of September 7, 1996, Pac and Death Row were in Vegas to attend the Bruce Seldon vs. Mike Tyson fight. After the fight was over, Trayvon Lane, a member of Death Row, spotted Orlando Anderson in the lobby and told Pac that he had tried to rob them earlier that year. Pac ran up and punched Orlando in the face, and the rest of Death Row jumped in right after. Later on that night, Orlando and the Southside Crips would get revenge by shooting Pac 4 times in a drive-by. He died 6 days later on September 13, 1996, at the age of 25 from internal bleeding. Nearly 2 months later, on November 10, 1996, while Gaddafi was visiting his girlfriend at an apartment building in Jersey, he was shot and killed after answering the door. He was just 19 years old. Napoleon's cousin Roddy Beale was responsible for the murder. That's a very sad situation that put Napoleon in a very tough predicament. I believe 100% that he had nothing to do with the death of Gaddafi because they were close and they loved each other. I just don't believe that Roddy did it on accident. The whole situation just doesn't make sense. I want you guys to get in the comment section and let me know if you think it was an accident or not. On July 10, 2015, 42-year-old Hussein Fatal was killed in a car accident in Banks County, Georgia. His girlfriend was charged with DUI, first-degree vehicular homicide, and reckless driving. Fatal should still be here. That car accident could have been avoided. Everybody be safe out there on that road, man. If you drinking, there's never a reason to be driving. RIP Fatal. Mussolini died of natural causes at his home in Hawthorne, California on December 5, 2016. He was 48 years old at the time and also had a history of obesity as well as heart issues. Whenever I think of Big Syke, I always think of loyalty, not just to Pac, but to anybody who was really down with him. I also remember his verse on Picture Me Rollin' being one of my favorites. On July 4, 2025, at the age of 47, Young Noble died by suicide in Snellville, Georgia. Severe depression was the main reason he took his own life. When I first heard the news about Noble, I couldn't believe it. As a kid watching someone on TV, you assume that their life is perfect and they have nothing to be upset about. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is that there's always going to be more people who don't care about you than the ones who do. Stay close to the ones who have always cared and have always been there for you. Confide in them. And always seek the help, man, whether it's from a therapist, whoever it is. Always try to be better than you were yesterday. Keep on praying, keep pushing no matter how tough it gets. There's currently only 5 outlaws still alive today. We got Idi, Napoleon, Castro, Mopreme, and Storm. They still have a lot of love and respect for one another. There's no hate. They've created a lot of music together, and there's a bunch of interviews that we can always go back and watch. As a huge fan of hip-hop, I really wish that the Outlawz story turned out different. They were all very talented. It seems like when Pac met his demise, when he died, it was like a domino effect of just bad stuff happening. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. Everybody who made it to the end, thank you so much. If there's anything I missed, just let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Hurrikane Isaac 95. I'm gone. Peace.